you treating me like this in front of my kids for allegation?
There's not allegation.
And you hurting me.
I'm not trying to hurt you. I just want to get you in the car.
And you taking my property.
You see it in your face.
You seizing my phone for what? For what?
Say it in the car.
Chill. I'm asking you a question. You arresting me. You kidnapping me with no reference. This is kidnapping. This is the second time you guys kidnapping me.
And I was like, what? Rape? But they're like trying to make it look like they're trying to be professional. But you cannot be professional if you do that in front of my wife and kids, you know.
Dinner. What was that for you?
So the kid, I was shocked. The kids were upset because they have, the little ones, they have never experienced it. I've never experienced the arrest, and especially arrest of my husband and accusing him of such a thing, which I did not even I would not even believe it for a second.
By the way, they didn't wear no even mask, and this is pandemic.
Just
and they're supposed to be, they're finding people like us. Nobody, I complain all that. They blame her for staying on the scene with the kids. And you think you're just going to walk away, my kid's going to walk away? That would destroy them because you just kidnapped me.
And when we see 5-6 police officers on our dad, like holding him, grabbing him, it's like, oh my God, we are going to be one of them families that are like praying for our dad and like who are attending our dad's funeral because he's been killed by the police.
We haven't properly experienced this before. Like, it was the first time that we saw our dad getting arrested like that. And like, know that there was like so many police like officers on him. It was just like, we didn't want to see that. Like, we weren't meant to see that, in my opinion.
My skin become a criminal in this town. I become a target because of my skin. I can't see anything else. I don't sell drugs. I don't walk around with guns. I don't take drugs. Even on my lowest points.
No justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
No justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
On the morning of the 17th of February 2021, Muyed Bashir, a 29-year-old man, was suffering from a mental health episode that morning. My parents tried to help him. So the first thing they've done, they called the GP to get the professional advice. The GP suggested to call the ambulance and get the paramedics in because they are the best ones. They are the qualified people to assess the situation when it comes to mental health. My parents called 999. Next thing you know, the police turned up. My parents were trying to understand what's going on, what's happening in the bedroom. All they hear is a taser goes off. Silence. The police were supposed to protect and serve, but sadly, it's becoming more of a seek and destroy. Remember his name, Muyed Bashir. That was my brother.
I didn't like the pandemic affecting my exams because I wanted to do this, like experience life, what everyone went through. It's quite upsetting because I didn't go through it. I didn't get to experience the feeling of it.
During the lockdown, my mental state was not very good because I was not training, I was not going out, and I was in all the time. Even my schoolwork, I stopped going to online classes and doing my schoolwork. But after the announcement of training is going to start again, first online, I thought, right, like, I need to pull myself together.
I don't know, made it easy to like start lots of bad habits, like eating, especially. It's like, because obviously you have all this free time, so a lot of times I'll just go to the shop, get some food and something like that. And then obviously you're eating like the wrong things and not eating good stuff. So I think it was bad because it encouraged you to do like a lot of the wrong things. And I guess coming out of it was, because I don't know, we were sort of coming out of lockdown. I decided that I wanted to lose weight, and which I tried to do a few times before, but I never really had success with it. So with that goal, was made me want to like sort of fix up things on my diet and stuff, which just led to me being more like organised in general, because obviously you have to like plan things. So that's sort of how I came out of it, I guess.
Lockdown had quite a strong impact on me. Like, whereas a lot of people might have felt like, I don't know, lonely or ambitionless, like lockdown generally helped me to focus in, and it helped me realize what I wanted. It made me realize I wanted to succeed. It made me realize I want to do better.
Ab started putting videos together of us being out training, so it would be like a combination video of us all running at different stages for the day, or it would be us training in the park when we were able to meet up in like small groups of 10. But it allowed, I think, would encourage people to say that, oh, actually, they're out there, they're still working as a team.
So when we were allowed to come back, and there was they made, I think it was the first championships in Wales, first box cup in Wales. There wasn't a box cup before. So we entered all the boys. We had about 10 boxers. I think we had the most boxers out of all the clubs. We entered 10. And we ended up with 5 golds, 3 silvers, and a bronze.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Where's your water?
I don't think we're going to see the impact of the pandemic on these young people till 5-6 years' time.
And let's begin to make circle with your elbows. And let your hands to support the rotation of your elbow. And have a little stamping your foot on the ground.
You get up in the morning and you know Wednesday to come. Then you start looking forward to stretching your hands, your legs, your movements, and you have a laugh. Not only the exercise, but it's a lovely laughing with fun, like little kids doing exercise.
Here we go. Let's do it with the shoulders. Back and forward. Very good. Let's wave to the camera. Yes, very good. Let's bring those rhythm, the rhythm of your heart. Yeah. Beautiful, everyone.
Because a lot of people, if some people in their flat, or some people haven't got a garden, and well-being, but when they come to the club, there's the little exercise. You could stretch your hands, your legs, your body with fun, because the music is playing and you have fun and a laugh, and doing the exercise also. You wouldn't believe how it helps your joints, because some people sit. Yeah. Or they look forward to the dominoes, them men, and some women join in now, you know. They love the dominoes. I think it's brain exercise. I always think those games it exercise the brain to remember and things like that. You know, all those games is good because it's make them to remember things.
The club had to close for nearly 2 years. So in that time, we had people that had health problems, developed health problems. So haven't been able to come back to the club. We've had people that have passed, which has affected the group as a whole, because the group is quite close, really. We recently just lost our previous chairperson. Sorry, it's very, I think it's just affected everybody.
8, and again, 1, 2, up, up, elbows, head, across, side to side, and again, palms up, shoulders.
During the pandemic, our food bank services has expanded to the extent that we Cardiff County Council liaised with us to work together, providing this important and vital service to the community. We found out that the food bank, especially during the pandemic, because people were limited, people lost their jobs. We had people who are taxi drivers. We had neighbors here from the mosque. We've got people who are self-employed. They all turned to the food bank during the COVID.
Do you have a place to have a window box or a raised bed where I can bring you some vegetables, to grow your food? It's an essential facility for people who live in Adamstown because there are far too many families who are unable to afford to feed themselves. And I'm afraid the problem's getting worse, not better.
The idea of food bank to some of the users is nothing but an embarrassment. We have seen people, when they come, they don't even look at us in the eye. So I think the absence of food bank for some people, it will make an impact in their life, particularly in our current time where prices has gone up.
I'll give you the other bag for your friend.
Yes.
When this pandemic started, they were talking about NHS. They never mentioned care homes or carers.
Lockdown, that was just madness. You got to work and you're tired, You didn't feel as if you had enough sleep. You feel like your blood pressure was high. And then you get management just on your back. You need to do this, you need to do that.
Now for me, there was already the anxiety, the high anxiety of catching a disease, because if you remember, there was a lot of emphasis that COVID affects older people more. I'm in my 50s, I'm not 20. So that already made me worry, because I could catch it. There are times when I'd come home and I get into bed at 10 in the morning and up to 3 o'clock I'm still not asleep. But I'm in bed, knowing I'm going for another night shift, but I've hardly slept, just in the anxiety of it.
You sit down and see someone going in front of you. This is not what we're trained to do. They'll tell you, if this person goes, just shut them out. And we had to do all those. This is something we've not done.
I think the racism heightened in the pandemic as well.
I've been told several times, I don't want a black person to touch me. Okay. I'll get a white person to care for you. But sometimes there's not enough white people to care for them. So you leave, because you still have to respect their wishes. You can't just continue when they say they don't want a black person. Okay, put your hands up, you move.
They will call you, you bastard, you bitch, go back to your country.
You say, pig, don't touch me. Call me a pig, yeah. I say, okay, I'm a pig, but I'm here to help you. Normally, I don't even get angry when you tell me you're black, you're a monkey, you're a pig. I don't care about that. I'm proud of what I am.
It makes it very difficult for us. Very, very difficult. Because are you fighting the virus or you're fighting the racism? You don't know which one to fight.